This is the run um, session or team session for the rest of practice here. First play we run here is dart to the left. So here's our rules. Remember, okay, guard, play side on, backside, double to FPI. Okay, backside, it's backside on, play side. Okay, backside on, play side. Right. So here we have a guy in our play side gap. We block him. There's no one play side on backside, so we're doubling to the FBI. Now, the center, your rule is backside on play side. You have a guy in your backside gap and on you. This is the guy, this is the backer that you're working to, so we should make a down call. Okay, down and down here. Okay. Um, Now, Moline, your rules are backside on play side. Okay, you could also help out with this here because our backside tight end is trying to wheel and seal this guy as well. Okay. Um, Now if this guy was a three technique, if he was on your shoulder, that would be the first part of your progression. So you would have to go block that three. But since he's not in your gap, okay, your rule goes backside on play side. You could actually help out with this guard as well, or with this linebacker as well. And this tight end would have to come and take care of this guy. Okay. Um, but let's see how it goes. Mostly we do a good job here trying to block this guy out. Okay, we're starting to have a nice hole here, which is fantastic. Okay, I love your steps here. I would just love after your second step, you go 1, 2. Okay, now you're starting to chop your feet and drive your feet. We do a decent job there. Okay. Um, okay, Ife watching you. Okay, so I talked about this in another video here. We got to make a down call here, so we're both blocking down. Okay, so we're blocking the right guy. All right. Tommy, like I said, you could help out here because this guy actually tries to go out as well. So you could be helping out there, and then you have the tight end on the backside helping you wheel and seal that four technique. Okay, we just got to know our rules and make sure we stay in the we block the earliest part of our progression. So before you block back, Tommy, you got to say backside on play side. Is there anyone there? Yes, I block them. If there's nobody in that progression, then I know I can just help block back. Okay. And then Trent, you get up into the hole nice. There's a little bit of penetration, so you're not able to get there fast enough. Um, we just got to clean that up. Okay, here we're running counter. Okay, so uh gap on double, gap on double, gap on double, or sorry, gap on to backer, okay, because he's pulling. So once again, guys, you got to start with the first part of your progression. It goes gap on double. Okay, you got to block the first part of your progression. So Mosman, if that linebacker's off, there's no one in your gap, but now this linebacker stepped up. Now he's in your gap, so you got to block the first part of your progression, which is gap. You got to make a down call. Okay, down, down. We block down. Okay, Ife, you got to block your gap. Okay, your rule is gap on. This guy's kind of on your outside shoulder here. I can kind of see where your head is at here, helping out front side, but really that's Mosman's gap. Your gap is here. Okay, so we should be doubling um, to there. Um, that's where we got to make sure that that's what we do. And then we kick out here, and then we wheel and seal on the backside. Okay, so we get a little messed up here. Okay, and that's why that linebacker comes free here. All right. So get Ife, if you block down, then that doesn't happen. Okay. You block down and you get um to the correct guy. Okay, and so we run it again, and then we finally block it right. Like I said, when in doubt, block your gap. Okay, guys, got a guy in your gap, you got to block him. Guy in your gap, you got to block him. Okay, he shows up late, you got to block, you got to block. And once we do that, if we don't give up any penetration, which we don't, we're all right here on the line of scrimmage. We're able to get a good kick out. We're able to get a lead through, and there's actually a hole there that we can run the ball through. Okay, and that's what we want. Okay, here we run truck. We run truck fantastically here. Okay, on truck, everyone is responsible for their play side gap. Okay, so but besides the tackle, who's pulling? So the Y is blocking down, he's pulling around, looking for first ugly jersey. Okay, guard, your gap on. You have a guy in your gap, you got to reach him. Now, play side guards, if there's no one in your gap or on you, you can also pull. So we could have a double puller. But since you have a guy in your gap, you got to reach him. Okay. Center, your rule is gap on, reach the nose. Okay. Backside guard and tackle, your rule is gap to cut off, gap to cut off, and you are ripping and running. Okay, so even if this guy tries to cross your face and slant inside, you're going to rip across his face as you work up to go cut off the second level. Okay, and we ran this play to perfection here, which was great. The one thing I'd say is, Tommy, get your head to the other side here. Okay, um, to make this easier, we just worked on that reach block an individual drill. That's what you should be doing here. You should be dropping this foot, second step to the crotch, stack your feet, and then running and trying to close the door on this guy. Okay. Charlie, kind of the same thing here. I got to go one, two, and then try to go close the door on this guy. Okay. You get there, but we just don't take the proper footwork, but you get the job done. Ife, good job getting up to the second level, cutting off this linebacker. That's what we should do, trying to cut off the backside linebacker. Mosman, this is excellent. Crossing his face, and then you work up to the second level. That's awesome. Mosman, this is fantastic. That's exactly what that rip to cut off should look like. That's great stuff. Okay, we get that guy cut off, and then we get a good run. Okay. And then Trent, you get out there. Okay, find first ugly jersey. Okay, we go block them. Okay, and we're good to go. It's a good play. Okay, power. So I talked about this in the other video that I made. You got to block your gap, okay? Against this look, and we would plan for this specifically, but against our defense, whenever we get this look where there's three guys in the A gap, the tackle's got to come all the way down. The guard's got to come down. The center's got to block back. Okay, play side guard blocks the nose. Tackle blocks this backer that's walked up on power and counter. And then the center blocks his gap. When in doubt, block your gap, guys. Just everyone blocks down. Okay, the tight end's gonna block down here. And then we'll wheel and seal the backside, and then we'll be good. We just nobody blocks the nose here. Okay. So here, Gabe should be blocking here. Okay, Xavier should be blocking down. We should be blocking down. If we do that, everything's taken care of. Okay. Okay, and Ethan, you do an excellent job wheeling and sealing here. That's what I wanted to watch here. This is a great job shutting this down. Okay, you did a great job there. Ife, good job getting around the tackle and looking up inside. That's a good job getting around the tackle there. Okay. Okay, we run boot to the right. So Molina, I think you just got mixed up here. Boot, we're faking counter on the front side, so you should be still doing a cage double team. It's not sprint out. Okay, sprint out is where we hinge. Here we should be stepping down hard and making it look like run. So this linebacker gets sucked up by the play fake. Okay, and then we're pulling the backside. Okay, Ethan, good. Ethan, this is fantastic. Stepping down and picking this up here. That's really, really good. Okay, you got there, you cut him off from the play. That's excellent. Okay, Xavier, when we pull, For boot, you need to turn and run. We did that drill where we were sprinting to the outside here, trying to beat the guy out there. Okay. Um, so turn and run, don't skip. Okay, turn and run when you do this one here. Okay. Um, yeah. Carter, you should have more help from Tommy here, but you do a good job blocking your guy. Shoot, sure enough, it's the last play. Um, and then Gabe, knowing if there's that it's boot right, try to reach this guy to the outside. Okay, that would help us so he can't fight outside as well. Okay, that would help us know that boot's coming to your side and try to reach that guy's shoulder a little bit. Okay, that's the rest of the plays.